There was a release that Disney execs saw like 2 or 3 5-second clip of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So we can talk about
what about it?
You finally hear Luke say something. So obviously it's seconds after The Force Awakens. She's got the lightsaber out. He turns and supposedly he says, "Who are you?" So this raises so many questions because we assume that's his daughter. Half the people think she's a Skywalker. But the fact that he's asking, "Who are you?" Is it a general question? Is it like a Yoda-ish? Yoda-ish? But what do you think, Chainsaw?
That's interesting. That's the first thing he says to her, supposedly.
Right.
Like, no confirmation. If that's the case, then the theory, it's his daughter, goes out the window because he's Luke. He would know that that's his kid. So the fact that he doesn't know who she is, that's a major problem.
He sensed his father from a mile away and he didn't even know who he was.
Or what if all the mind erasing stuff we thought had maybe happened to Rey, Luke did to himself or had someone do to him?
It's all the same dementia beans that Yoda had.
Yeah, they got those psychedelic mushrooms on the fucking island in Scotland or whatever.
So are you implying that Luke doesn't know what's going on? Like
no, I'm just saying, like, I still do really think that Rey's his daughter. So I'm just kind of, throwing another random ass fan theory out there that maybe Luke he disbanded the Jedi Order, he kept his daughter safe, he went out into hiding and, like, erased his mind or did something like that to help him forget about it.
She's a reincarnated Tauntaun. Well,
I'm done.
I agree with that theory.
It's proven. Heard it here first.
Speaking of theories, I don't know if you guys talked about this. I think it just came out today. The guy they're casting for Han Solo, he has a scar similar to Snoke's scar, and immediately it goes to new Snoke theory. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
The guy was casted like 2 days ago, and literally today, similarities, and then it's the guy, and then there's Snoke, and like in that outline of the scar, I'm like, are you?
Yeah.
We got nothing else to talk about,
last Snoke theory. I'm like, it's not the last Snoke theory. If we don't find out who he is in episode 8, there'll be tons more coming out after 8.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Snoke
theories are just dumb because
please
they
keep going because it's fun, but also
stop.
Shut the fuck up.
The other thing that was released, I guess, in that little teaser video that the execs saw was they saw Leia in a military. What do you want to call it? Outfit, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know what to think because I heard that she was supposed to have a more prominent role in episode 8.
Right.
But now that she's gone, how are they gonna maneuver around this? How are they just gonna have? I mean, they're gonna have to kill her off. You can't redo Leia.
I just think they keep episode 8 as is, and she dies between episode 8 and 9. And they just reference back to it.
Yeah.
I think that's just. I wouldn't do that either.
I mean, it's not the best idea, but without like CGIing her or anything wacky, I think that's like the safest thing to do.
I would have been okay with the CGI because we saw what Rogue One did, and that was now, and we would have to wait a couple years, so it may even look even better. But I don't want it. But I wouldn't want it to where every single scene, like the way it's already written out. Okay, she's CGI for everything. Just a couple of CGI shots, and just have her role like pushed down to a minimum.
Yeah.
And then have her only say a couple of lines, and that's it. You don't go too far into it.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tarkin. Just a couple shots.
The only thing, though, is like, we said this when we were reviewing Rogue One. I think Tarkin worked because those original shots were 40 years ago. I think we just saw Leia in 7. We're going to see her in 8. She just passed, Carrie Fisher just passed away. I think to CGI her in that setting would be kind of strange because it's so, like, recent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if they've already said, no, we're not CGIing, then that means either they kill her between 8 and 9, which I don't like, because that's very disrespectful, I think, to the character. Like, oh, yeah, we're just not going to see her anymore. Like, we're done. But now the rumor is that they're going to recast for 9.
Dakota says Snoke is Mopar. He cut himself shaving. It makes sense.
I don't cut myself shaving.
And you're not bald. What the fuck? Where'd the big gash in the top come from?
I like that theory more than all the other ones.
Because Mopar shaves his forehead every Tuesday. Oh, shit.
I'm Snoke now. I got to take over the first order.
Snoke now. I just become the theory. Snoke theory.
Let's jumping back to Rey for a second. So there's a million theories about her as well as Snoke. Do you think she's a Skywalker? Do you think she's a Kenobi? What are your thoughts on that, Chainsaw?
Well, since you asked me.
I did ask you.
I know. I was trying to forget it, but I can't forget it. It's in my brain now.
Hetfield is Snoke.
I would love that so much. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Fire. So I would have to. I'm okay with either. If she's a Skywalker, I'm fine. If she's a Kenobi, I'm fine. It'd be cool if they tied it in with Obi-Wan so we can bring Ewan McGregor back as a Force ghost and then she can see her grandfather. That's the theory, that's her grandfather somehow. But then there's other theories. Oh, it could be Luke could be your dad and also her grandfather in some sort of way is Obi-Wan, like Luke had sex with Obi-Wan's daughter and that's how it's all, like, that's too complicated. Like,
she's both.
That hurts my brain.
She's a hyphenated. She's a Kenobi Skywalker.
I like the theory because we talked last time about what if Rey's name is not even Rey? Like, what if you learn her first name's something completely different? Which I would rather hear that and save 9 for her lineage and what her family is.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
First.
I don't know, man.
I kind of assume Rey is a nickname.
I do. Yeah, I assume that 100%. I just always go back to, Star Wars is about the Skywalkers. The saga says The Last Jedi in the crawl for episode 7. It's too obvious, but I think that's what it's going to be. I just think she's Luke's daughter.
I truly hope it's not. And I don't think a Kenobi makes sense because Obi-Wan was so dedicated to the Jedi Order, and he knew that Anakin fucked up because he got married and had a kid. So, obviously, Obi-Wan's not going to get married or have a kid.
Yeah, but
I don't think that makes any sense.
Part of Clone Wars where he starts to fall in love with that Mandalorian chick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And there's all that time in between 3 and 4 that we don't know what's happening. Now, I know with the whole, season 3 thing, but, I think there's logical that maybe he found somebody on Tatooine after he dropped Luke off.
Yeah, it is logical. I don't know. Seems fucking wacky.
Wacky tobacco. I don't like it. I think she's a brand new character. They might pull a name from something, just like what's Dak's last name? Starkiller or something. Dark.
I don't know.
Dark Killer. I don't know. But if they pulled a random name from something else, I think it'd be fine.
I mean,
what if she was like a Tarkin?
A Targaryen. I'm cool with her being a brand new character. I mean, it would be nice to end the Skywalker lineage off with Luke. And be like, episodes 1 through 6, we're about the Skywalkers. We're moving on now. It's about Rey and whoever she is. Doesn't have to be a Kenobi, doesn't have to be a Skywalker, doesn't have to be anyone crazy. Just the same way that fucking Slave Anakin was a nobody.
Ooh.
And was all of a sudden, the chosen one.
So we have a question from Discrota, but right before that, someone said, what if Rey is a Katarn? So Kyle Katarn, which actually I really like because he was such a rogue rebel kind of Jedi because he loved and hated the Force. He gave it up because he couldn't trust himself.
Because he's a bitch. Yeah,
it's very true. Let's move on. So.